Good morning. Can you hear me there at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You are all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you appear before me this morning, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with, and that status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the State Attorney's Office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you were arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine this morning whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you would like to hire private counsel, whether you'll be representing yourself, or whether you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you. If you cannot afford an attorney, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office for you this morning. You are entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your counsel know where you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to do that yet, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call this morning. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Okay. Put your hands down as I call your name. Please come forward to the podium. Charlene Gidney. Ms. Gidney, can I have your date of birth?
11/20/70.
You are here today for a domestic battery charge. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want me to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
No, ma'am.
Are you going to hire private counsel?
No.
You're going to represent yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. State that you have a prior record?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am, I have an address for you on May Height Road in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
14 months.
Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
I'm going to go ahead and set your bond at $100. I'm going to order that you have no contact with John Picos. Do not call him, do not write him, do not email him, do not have any contact with him whatsoever. Do not have anyone else call him, write him, or email him. If you see him out somewhere, you should turn around and go the other way. If he calls you, you should hang up the phone. If you have any contact with Mr. Picos while this case is pending, you could be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case John wants to file an injunction against you. If he does file that injunction against you, I want to read it very carefully. It'll be very specific as to how many feet you need to stay away from him, his home, his vehicle, or anywhere else where he may frequent. We're going to see you back to court on May 2nd at 9 a.m., okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Jennifer Harper. Hi, Ms. Harper. Can I have your date of birth, please?
January 23rd, 1985.
Okay. Ms. Harper, you were here today for a grand theft auto. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office. I'm going to give you a bond on this case. And I see you have court today in front of Judge Hitzman. I spoke to Judge Hitzman about it. He wants to see you in court today so he can decide whether to RCO you or not. So we're going to see you on the in-custody docket in front of Judge Hitzman today, okay?
Okay.
All right. You got that there at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to set the bond on the Grand Theft Auto at $5,000. The Grand Theft Auto will be heard May 7th at 8:30. Angela Nichols. Can I have your date of birth?
1280.
Okay, you're here today for a violation of community control. There's probable cause for your arrest based on a warrant signed by Judge Toner on March 23rd. Do you want me to appoint the Public Defender's Office?
No, I have
Who do you have?
Joe Coleman,
He's a private attorney?
out of Hillsborough County.
Okay, let your attorney know that your court date is set for May 7th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Your Honor, is that a toner date?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Michael Atkins. Atkins,
Hi.
did I see you were there at the jail this weekend?
No, last week or 2 weeks ago.
No, okay. And we took a plea on your case over the weekend, right? We did time served?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're here today for criminal mischief. I did find probable cause for your arrest. State.
Judge, I'm going to start from the back to the front. An name showing a failure to appear March 2018, a battery 2015 conviction, as well as probation violations, FTA Pasco 2015, FTA Pasco 2014, another 2014 FTA, January 2014 FTA, violation of pretrial release, and battery conviction 2013 Pasco, a battery 2009, some probation violations, grand theft conviction 2004, another FTA Hernando 2003.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Atkins, you don't have an address, right?
Actually, I do, ma'am.
Okay, what is your address?
It's 2079 Ventures Court in Spring Hill, 34609.
2079 what court, Your Honor?
Ventures Court.
Veterans
How long have
Court.
you lived there?
About 10 years.
Do you have a job?
No, ma'am, I applied for disability.
Okay. It's on the bottom of page 3. They already have it written in there. Okay, so I'm going to set your bond at $5,000 in this case. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Larry Lumens. Did you want me to appoint the public defender's office?
Yes, please.
The public defender's office will see you back to court May 2nd at 9 a.m. Dana Thompson Castillo.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Can I have your date of birth?
2972.
Okay. You were here today for a violation of probation, drug offender probation. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you have a public defender representing you before?
It's in Pasco.
Oh, okay. You were reporting here in Hernando, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so Pasco County is going to come get you within the next 5 days. If they don't come get you within the next 5 days, then the folks there at the jail will bring you back in front of me. We'll figure out what the holdup is, okay? I'm going to hold you no bond on that right now until Pasco comes to get you.
Okay.
All right. Richard Finelli. Okay. He has a jury trial set up in front of Judge Toner on April 16th. Is that right?
Correct, Judge.
Mr. Finelli, can I have your date of birth, please?
10/30/77, ma'am.
Okay, you were here today for a grand theft auto. I don't know why it was given no bond. I think you're still entitled to a bond on this, but I did find probable cause for your arrest. You do have private counsel representing you. I have an address for you on Bottle Brush Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
I've lived in that residence for about 4 years, but I've been in Florida for 38 years.
Okay, do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Home renovations.
Okay. Prior record?
Yes, Judge. Started in 1997, got a drop DV, tampered with a witness conviction, attempted court conviction, criminal mischief conviction, DV conviction. Since 2000. Battery and possession of cannabis convictions, 2000. DUI conviction, 2000. Resisting without, DUI, property damage, Willis, reckless, in the scene of an accident, all convictions. 2002, an FTA times 2, not sure the underlying on that. 2008, burglary with a battery. Looks like that was pled down to burglary and battery. 2008, possession of paraphernalia, conviction. And another one. 2009, grand theft auto conviction.
Okay. All
Sorry.
right, so he has a court date on the 16th, April 16th. Is that just at like 9 a.m. to show up for a pick and go for a jury trial?
8:30.
There's no pre-trial set before that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, do you want me to put this on for the same date? What do you want me to do with this grand theft auto?
Well, I mean, Judge, the reason I'm here, I'm just asking for a bond for him.
No, I know. And I'm going to set a bond on the grand theft auto because I think he's entitled to one, but I'm just wondering where to set it for.
I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea to track it. I don't know if the state's going to have enough time to file on it, but it's probably a good idea to track
Just
it.
to track it with it on the 16th?
I'll make time to file on it, Judge. I'll be fine with it to come back on the 16th.
Okay, all right. So we'll set it for April 16th. I'm going to set a bond at $5,000 on the grand theft, but I'm going to recommit you on 2017 CF 743. That means that your bond on that case is revoked. You're not entitled to a bond on that case at this time unless that's changed by a circuit judge. And we'll see you back to court on April 16th on both of your cases.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, sir, so you guys stay in jail. I'll come see you on Thursday after the depositions, okay? I'm gonna talk to you
All right,
about it.
All right, April 16th, is that 8:30?
It's 8:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
You sitting on that post or the state?
All right, Carl Frank.
You're going.
Hi, Mr. Frank. Can I have your date of birth?
January 7th of 72.
Okay, you were here today for domestic battery. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender, please.
Want the public defender's office to represent you? State?
No priors.
I have an address for you on 4050 Catholic Court in Hernando Beach. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how long do you live there?
Almost 4 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Tow truck driver.
All right. All right, I'm going to set your bond at $100 on this case. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Sheila Frank.
Yes, ma'am.
That means do not call her, do not write her, do not email her, do not have anyone else call her, write her, or email her. If you see her out somewhere, you should turn around and go the other way. If she calls you, you should hang up the phone. Any way that you can imagine having contact with Ms. Frank, I forbid you from doing so. If you have any contact with her while this case is pending, you'll be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case Ms. Frank wants to file an injunction against you. If she does file that injunction against you, I want to read it very carefully to be very specific as to how many feet you need to stay away from her, her home, her vehicle, her work, or anywhere else where she may frequent, okay? We're going to see you
Yes,
back
ma'am.
to court. May 2nd? I forgot it already. May 2nd at 9 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Paul Hemme. Mr. Hemme, can I have your date of birth?
12/17/65.
Okay, you are here today for a occupied burglary of a dwelling with a battery and two counts of witness intimidation. Amounts of $25,000 and then $5,000 each for the witness intimidation. That's why I'm reading that. Is that it's 2 counts of witness intimidation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
Appoint the public defender's office. State, fire record?
Yes, ma'am. And there's some out-of-state later history that I'm kind of doing a little bit out of order, but if I can hit it for you quickly. 95, he was charged with an escape out of New York. He had a burglary, illegal entry to a dwelling in 1993. He had out-of-state history, other burglaries out of New York, at least a number of them in the 80s. He also has, here in Florida, history, arrests in the 80s, 1 aggravated fleeing to elude in 99, a burglary, grand theft convictions, failure to appear 99, at a Palm Beach conviction for structure, burglary structure, 2007, domestic battery drop, 2007, conviction for resisting and battery, petty theft conviction, 2008, trespass, after warning, 2009, Fernando, a lot of probation violations.
Okay. I'm going to set the bond account 1 at $50,000. Count 2 is going to be $10,000. Count 3 is going to be $10,000. We're going to see you back report on these cases on May 7th at 8:30 in the morning.
All right.
I'm ordering no contact with the victims of the witness intimidation in this case. Gary Hogan. Can I have your date of birth?
9/3/63.
We're here today for a grand theft auto. I did find probable cause for your arrest. It looks like this is out of Pasco County, and Pasco County has a bond of $5,000 on this. So we're going to leave that bond at $5,000. If you're unable to post that bond, Pasco County is going to come get you within the next 10 days. If they're unable, 5 days, I'm sorry. If they're unable to come get you within the next 5 days, then the folks there at the jail will bring you back in front of me and we'll figure out what the holdup is, okay?
Judge,
I'm just charged with that same crime here. That's why I'm here. I've been here for 90 days. I was released yesterday. But this is for the same charge that they're holding me for there. I've already went to court for it, and I had to pay lawyers.
What were you going to say?
well, I don't know what he's saying. I just have that he was placed here on probation January 26th of this year. So I don't know if that changes anything. The fact that he's just recently had a charge of dealing and defrauding a pawnbroker, but
It's not my bond, it's Pasco
right.
bond.
I understand. I was just letting you know.
I'm not going to change it. Okay, you got to get over to Pasco County, okay? It'll be there within the next 5 days. When you get there, you can talk to the judge over there about it, talk to an attorney about it, and see what's going on. I don't have jurisdiction over it. I'm not going to change it at this time, okay?
Okay.
He may also need to check in with his probation officer here.
I'm sorry?
He probably needs to check in with his probation officer here for what's going to happen here.
Okay, well, they'll either do a warrant or they won't. I don't know where he stands on probation. Okay, David Perez.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Can I have your date of birth?
June 8th, 1990.
Okay. You are here today for a violation of probation. You're placed on probation for battery, and the allegation is that you failed to pay your court fines. You obtained a new offense of arson on about March 28th, and you continued to have violent contact with the victim, as indicated on an arrest affidavit on March 28th. The offer from the probation office in order to resolve this case is 11 months, 29 days in the Hernando County Jail. Do you want to go ahead and take care of that today?
Can I have attorney instead?
Okay. We'll go ahead and keep it at no bond right now. We'll appoint the public defender's office. We'll see you back to court May 2nd at 9 a.m.
Thank you, ma'am.
Daniel Simpson. Have your date of birth?
Present. 4/13/94.
You're here today for possession of methamphetamine. The bond is currently $2,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office?
Yes, ma'am.
Appoint the public defender's office. State.
Yes, ma'am. There was a juvenile battery, person 65 or older, 2009. There was a burglar of a structure, guilty, 2011, possession of cannabis, resisting, 2011, conviction, burglary, conviction. Other arrests that it's not showing a disposition until 2015, Hernando burglary conviction, a 2015 15, petty theft conviction. That's it.
Okay. All right, Mr. Simpson, I have an address for you on McIntyre Road in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
All my life.
Do you have a job?
No, I do not.
We're going to set your bond at $5,000. We're going to see you back to court on May 7th at 8:30 in the morning, okay? Did I get everyone at the jail?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, have a good day.
All right,